to get back to that moment, and I'd say keep the mindset on winning this year.
Big 12 third teams, second or third time in your career being honored, obviously on the defensive team as well. What's it like to continue to have your name mentioned across that group?
Yeah, it's an honor. In this conference, so many guys that can be on any of those teams, and to make that team, and then defensively be able to play well enough to be on the defensive team again is awesome. That's sort of where I pride myself in, so it's awesome to see.
See teammates as well kind of mentioned there. Curtis gets first team. You were there last year. What's that feeling like to see someone who has kind of come in and grown so much like Curtis has over his 2 years to go from not mentioned on any team to not being first team selection?
It's amazing. I'm super proud of him, and obviously Joshua and Keyshawn also. But it just goes to show the depth that we have, the amount of great players that we have on this team. Kurt on first team, Joshua second, me and Keith third, and we just have a lot of depth and have a lot of guys that can make plays, and it's great to see everyone get honored.
Joshua mentioned this trip kind of feeling like Maui in the sense of a full day or two before games, being able to spend more time together. Is that something that you feel like can be valuable for this group as when you have 2 more guaranteed opportunities left?
Definitely. Around this time, it's all about being connected with the group, feeling good about each other, the game, and just being connected before you go into the game, because it's obviously win or go home from now on, and spending that time together can help you win on the court.
You guys have had a weird year with injuries and illnesses, and it feels like the lineup has just been hodgepodge for a while. Do you think is that part of the reason why you think you guys have turned the ball over more, just because you're just messing with that constantly, and where do you think the team is at with that going into the postseason?
I'd say it definitely plays a factor. Obviously, when you're missing guys, other guys feel like they might need to do a little more, and that's where you get in situations where you may over-dribble or things like that, and just not in a good flow as a team. And obviously, when we got all of our guys, we play better, take care of it better. But having guys be sick and be injured definitely played a factor.
Do you feel like, I know Keyshawn was out on Saturday, but do you feel like you guys are meshing better? I mean, that game looked as complete as you played in a while, I thought, just from a defense, offense, all that stuff.
I felt like we played amazing coming out. I think TJ was 0-3 there. I was 0-2, hadn't won in Manhattan. So had a feeling of just going in there and playing free. That's actually what the coach has said, just go play free. Don't worry about the conference tournament. Don't worry about the seeding that we're going to get in March. Just go out there and play free. And I feel like we sort of like had a complete game, like you said, and we're able to force a lot of turnovers, took care of the ball pretty well, and we're able to do a little bit of everything.
Coach kind of mentioned that your body's pretty good right now. Is this as healthy as you've been coming to Kansas City?
Probably. My freshman
all things considered, that's
with a broken thumb.
I mean, my freshman year I didn't have too many injuries. It was just playing a lot of minutes. Obviously, last year the shoulder was bothering me through the whole postseason, and then I mean I feel good. Still wearing the tape and stuff, but not because my finger really hurts, just because I've been doing it for so long. I feel like I'm confident with it, so might as well keep it going, and my body feels good.
Last thing I have, the Keyshawn's game against BYU, you had like 8 steals, something like that.
Yeah.
Man, like how good are you guys when he's at that level? Like, I know you lost that game, but that felt like a big step forward.
Definitely a big step forward. When Key's playing aggressive on both sides of the ball, it brings our whole team to another level. And when he feels good about the game, I feel like we all sort of have a good feeling. And he brings a lot of energy, especially when he's making plays defensively and getting us out in transition is something that's important to our team in winning games. So being able to force turnovers like he did and then get out and go helped us come back in that game, even though we fell short in the end.
What's your message been to him as he's kind of battled through missing 3 of the last 5 games and a lingering muscle strain issue?
Yeah, just stay ready, be true to him. He's been in the training room, so I don't need to tell him anything about that. He's been working on it, just trying to get as healthy as he can, and we know what we're going to get from him. He's going to come out and play as hard as he can, give it his all, and that's what's great about him.
Mentally, where have you seen him kind of battle throughout the last couple of weeks as he's battled through the muscle strain issue?
Yeah, it's been hard for him. I know, having to sit out of practice or out of games, especially when we're not performing as well. He wants to be out there, but it was better for him to get better, feel more healthy. So I was doing my best to sort of let him know that the time is going to come. These games, they matter, but it's going to matter more when it's win or go home.
TJ seemed to sound like Monday's practice was a good one. Today's practice also went well. How much did he kind of have an involvement in those things going well for you guys?
I mean, I feel like practice energy starts with me and him. Just we go at each other. I guard him, he guards me. So I feel like the other guys seeing that just ramps up the energy level of our whole team, and the competitiveness is great, and that's what we want in our practices. It just gets everyone feeling good.
Can you take me into those scenes of the two of you guarding each other? I'm sure there's some pretty competitive moments.
I'd say there's a lot of good things on both sides, but at sometimes it gets a little too physical. Maybe one player doesn't like how it's being called, and we're two of the most competitive guys on the team, and we get going at it with things, but it's not always the prettiest. But
you feel like those moments have come back over the last 48 hours for you guys?
Definitely, but those moments help us to grow each other as players and as a team, so it's good for us.